So children, let's look at active and passive voice. First, we'll check out the tenses. You have the first person, present tense, present perfect, present continuous or present progressive, and you have the present perfect continuous. Then you have the past, everything related to the past. And then you have the future. So when you say the first person, he, she, it, they, we, I, all of them become the first person. When you say writes is a present tense. Has written is present perfect. Is writing present continuous because of ing. Present perfect continuous is has been write. So same thing with they. They write, they have written, they are writing, they have been writing. First person past tense. He wrote, he had written, was writing, had been writing. And the same thing with they had been writing. First person future. He will write, future is in the future, will have written, will be writing, future continuous, and will have been writing. Now these are your tenses in short. Coming to voice. Now you know very well, I already told you that you have an active and you have a passive voice. In the active voice, the subject actively performs the action. Whereas in the passive voice, the subject is the receiver of the action. Now, let's go further. There are 6 steps as I mentioned earlier. Identify the subject, the verb and the object. Move the object to become the new subject. Check the tense of the verb. Conjugate the verb be in the present, past and future. You have all those tenses there. Add the past participle of the main verb after be and add by when shifting the subject into the object's place. He writes a letter is active voice. A letter is written by him will be your passive voice. So this letter comes into the subject. So he writes a letter is written. See the tense, writes, it will be present perfect, is written. By and by whom, he will become him. Okay. Then you have present continuous. He is writing a letter will come this side, a letter is being written by him. Now we'll go to the next one, present perfect tense, has written. He has written a letter is active voice, so you will say a letter has been written by him. Present perfect continuous, he has been writing a letter has been being written by him. Now this present perfect continuous is not usually used in daily language, so usually this is not even taught, but I want to have it here so that you understand this is how it works. Simple past tense. Past tense is he wrote a letter was written. So you'll keep the tense. The tense is was written by him. Past perfect, had written a letter had been written by him. Again you have past continuous, was writing and underline a letter was being written by him. And past perfect continuous, had been writing a letter and a letter had been being written by him. Again here the past perfect continuous tense, this particular tense of the passive voice is not really in use. Okay, we don't really speak like this. Then you have the future tense. Okay, he will write a letter will be written by him. Future perfect, he will have written a letter will have been written by him. Okay, future continuous, please underline he will be writing a letter will be being written by him. Okay, and future perfect continuous, again this passive voice is not really in use. He will have been writing a letter and letter will have been being written by him. These are some more rules. If it's an imperative sentence, a command and a command is given. Okay, so suppose if it is hang him, then you will say let him be hanged. So you're going to be using the word let. Please underline this word let him be hanged. If you say give the order, let the order be given. You have interrogative sentences, so questions. Who killed the snake? So you're going to be using by whom. Please underline this, by whom. By whom was the snake killed? Who broke the glass? By whom was the glass broken? Okay. Then you have your examples here. Lata sings lovely songs. Lovely songs are sung by Lata. Are sung because it's in the present tense. We did not grow rice. Rice was not grown by us. Okay. So wherever the verb is, remember, did not grow. Grow is your verb. So immediately after the verb, you're going to pick up the word after the verb. So rice is the next word. Here again, your tenses versus your active and passive voice. Thank you very much.